Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now guys. If you guys are able to listen me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. No issues with the audio or the video, right guys? Okay, why jersey? So that was the only clean T-shirt that I was able to find. I actually came back to Bangalore from Delhi, right? I was in Delhi up till this point of time. So I went to Finland, then to Delhi, and then I came back to Bangalore. So this was the only clean T-shirt that I was able to find because I need to get everything washed because I was not at home for the past 15-20 days. Right? I think so. Those who are living in colleges, they might be able to understand the predicament that happens for a college student, right? We don't wear dresses on the basis of what's clean. We wear the dresses based on what is not smelling right now, right? So there was one friend of mine in Bangalore. So when I was in college in Ranchi, so he used to wear the exact same jeans. I don't know for how long. Like he used to wear it for like 3-4 months. I used to see him in the exact same t-shirt itself. So I used to see him wearing the exact same t-shirt, and I used to be like, "Ki, dude, like, what is wrong with this guy, right?" But yeah, so that there are just some hostel things that you guys must also have observed when you are in also colleges, right? So just a second, guys. I need to send a contact detail to a particular person. Okay. He's saving time and money, dude, by wearing the same T-shirt. I don't know, like he came from a very well-to-do family. Like it was not as if he was trying to save money or something. It's just that in college, like for example, when I was in Ranchi, Ranchi gets very cold during winters. Like it will be like somewhere around 1 degree Celsius, 2 degrees Celsius. And in the hostel, I think so. You guys would agree with this. I don't know if you guys are coming from a very good college, then you guys might have some different views on this. But in my hostel, there was this one geyser, okay, one heater for water heater itself, and it worked in such a way that if one person switched on the hot mode, okay, he's having a bath in the hot water itself, then none of the other bathrooms will get the hot water. It would be the only person who is able to bath in the hot water itself. And taking a cold shower in the morning right before the class, especially when you're in college, when you are sleeping around like 5 and 6 o'clock after smoking blunts or something like that, and then you have to wake up at 8 and have a bath right over there. That is just mind boggling. Like even I would also sometimes be like, "Hey, dude, like, is it nice to have a bath today or not?" But at that point of time, I had a girlfriend, so if I didn't had a bath, then things would have got pretty messy for me. So yeah, that was one of the worst times of my life. Like having a bath in that cold water was just extremely bad for me. Okay. Nevertheless, yeah, yeah, exactly. Vaibhav had written it very correctly. Who wake up early at 6 and then use up all the hot water. Okay. Nevertheless, guys, just jokes again. Nothing. Dude, the geezer knows politics in your hostel. Absolutely yes. And boys' hostel, guys. Boys' hostel. The best part of boys' hostel is that none of the mirrors are safe. Like every single time you go into the boys' washroom, there will be like one broken ass mirror right over there in which there are 50,000 cracks, and you have to make sure that your hair looks nice. And that is also something that is a predicament that we face during college days, right? So yeah, that's pretty much what happens. Okay, nevertheless, guys, let's start with our today's class. The agenda for our today's class is to finish up with some of the basics of JavaScript. I don't want to spend a lot of time on JavaScript, guys. and we want to start with learning about backend. Okay, a little bit about what is GET request. Okay, how does the backend work? So what is node.js? Okay, what is the meaning of node.js? How is it different from JavaScript? What is its utilization? And why the fuck are we writing our code inside of the console? Okay, why are we not using something like VS Code or Atom or something else? Why are we writing our code inside of a console itself? So these are the things like that we have to work upon. Is the girlfriend still with you? Do you really think? Okay, it feels nice to find the love of your life in college days, but that really pans out for anybody, right? So always be open to it. That is what I can suggest to you guys. But nevertheless, let's start the today's class, shall we, guys? Shall we start the today's class, guys? Please do let me know. He looks like Carrie Minati. Yes, a lot of students have told me that I look like a fat Carrie Minati, as if Carrie Minati just ate burgers and pizzas for his entire life. So yeah, I might be able to agree with that. Okay, so let's get started with it, guys. We'll start with our basics itself once again. So let's come to this point of data, right? So yesterday we posted hello world on our screens, right? Now when you look around yourself, just look around yourself, guys, you'll find different kinds of data that exists around you. Some is like a particular text, right? Shaurya Rakesh Sinha. Some might be a particular number, for example today's date, that is 23rd. Some might be a decimal point number, for example pi 3.14. Some might be like, am I speaking the truth about hostels or am I speaking the false about hostels? For some of you guys who are coming from very good colleges, you will be like, that's false, right? But for some of you guys who have come from a college like me, you will be like, that's true, right? That happens in the bathroom. So there are multiple different kinds of data that exists all around you. Now I am able to understand this, that many of you guys have already studied some particular programming language, maybe in college, maybe at some other particular point of time itself. So try to understand this, guys, that every single programming language categorizes these data into various different types. Okay, so for example text based data, number based data, decimal based data, you are having your true and false value data, and so on and so forth. So all this kind of data, every single programming language categorizes into various different types. Now you need to understand something, that for example if I have learned Python, it is not necessary that how Python decided to categorize its data, it is going to be the same with every single programming language. Every programming language is different. If they would all have been the same, you wouldn't have required so many different programming languages. It would have been just one programming language that everybody is using. So please keep in mind, guys, that every programming language categorizes data differently. And this concept is called as data types. Are you guys able to get a gist of this, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand the gist of this, guys? Data types, please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this concept of data types, guys? Please let me know. It's way too hot in this room. Yes. Okay. So please remember this. Although you might have studied some other programming language, it is not necessary that in JavaScript we have the same categorization of data, guys. Please do not confuse the two things. Okay. So let's get started with our data types. Still, let me share my screen, guys. Give me a second. So I'll first of all open up the live chat so that I'm able to see your chat right there. And guys, this is my humble request from my end. Do not misuse the live chat. Okay, the live chat has been provided so that you guys are able to ask your doubts related to what I am teaching right now. Okay, that is the reason why we have provided you guys with the live chat, so that I'm able to see your doubts, I'm able to correct them. Okay, whatever other questions that you are having except the topic that I'm teaching, for example what some of you guys are currently asking, it is not related to what I'm teaching right now. Ask it at the end of the class after I have taken the attendance. Okay, so you can ask it at the end of the class, guys. I'll sit with you guys, I'll answer some of your questions, but right now focus upon the class. Okay, so let us open up. So I hope so that you guys are able to see my screen clearly. I hope so you guys are able to see my screen clearly. Am I right, guys? Okay, so right over here, guys, I'm opened up my screen. I'm doing a right click right over here. I'm going into the inspect option. From that, I'm getting this. I will just bring it down below itself so that it is visible to you guys properly. I'll again go inside of console, guys, the same place where we were coding yesterday. So I've opened up console, and this is where we are going to write our code, guys. Now we are going to start off with a pretty simple thing. What are the different data types that are there inside of JavaScript? Again, JavaScript also categorizes the different data into various different types. So what are the different data types that exist inside of JavaScript? Now to check some of these data types itself, you are having a function called as the type of function, guys. This type of function basically tells you the data type of the object. Okay. For example, in parenthesis, I'll put up hello world right over here. Okay, so as you're able to see, this type of function will tell me what is the data type of a particular object called as hello world. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Please launch a bootcamp on Laravel. I will definitely suggest not to learn Laravel right now. It is a very specialized tool. First get a job. If the job requires Laravel, then only study it. Okay, do not study it separately. Otherwise, you are limiting yourself to the number of job applications that you can put up. Okay. So as you're able to see right over here, guys, if I'm putting up hello world, you are able to see that it is coming up as the data type of string. So any kind of particular thing that you put up inside of double quotation marks, okay, you can put up capital letters, small letters, numbers, special characters, okay, spaces, anything and everything that you guys want to put up inside of Ayush. Definitely you can join the course from today as well. You put up inside of the double quotation marks, it will give you the data type of string, guys. Similar to it, if you put up inside of a single quotation mark as well, okay, if you put up inside of the single quotation mark as well, you will still be able to see the string. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. So you can create a particular string using both double quotation marks as well as single quotation marks, guys. There is no issues with that. The next particular data type that we are going to see is called as the number data type, guys. Any kind of number that you want, positive numbers. Okay, for example, this is a positive number right over there. It will be called as a number. If you put it up as a negative number as well, that will also be called as a number. Any type of integer, basically positive or negative, will be a number. Can you please make a C++ course? We are going to have a bootcamp, 7 days bootcamp on C++ and data structures and algorithms starting from the 3rd of February. So you guys can definitely join that. Okay, it will be great to have you guys right over there. You can have decimal numbers as well. For example, this is a positive decimal number. Sorry, this is a positive decimal number right over here. So this is also a number. You can have a negative decimal number as well, guys. That will also be called as a number right over there. The next particular data type that we have to see is the Boolean data type. Now, many of you guys might have already studied Boolean in physics, right? If you guys remember zeros and ones, okay, the AND gate, OR gate, NOR gate, XOR gate. If you guys remember it correctly, in physics, you guys might have already studied that. Now, in that, you had zeros and ones, right? So that is basically what a Boolean value is. In JavaScript, we represent zeros and ones by the false and true value. So 1 is represented as true, 0 is represented as false. So I'm extremely sorry, guys. So right over here, guys, if I put it up, TRUE, true, okay, or false as well, then that is coming up as a Boolean data type itself, guys. Please launch a bootcamp on Laravel. Definitely in the future, if a lot of students are requesting such type of bootcamp, we'll definitely have that. No issues in that. Right now, please do focus upon the class. Okay. So as you're able to see, this is a Boolean data type, guys. And please remember, JavaScript is a case-sensitive programming language. What does that mean? For JavaScript, a capital T and a small t are two separate things. It is not the same. Okay, case sensitive basically means that for JavaScript, a capital T and a small t are two separate things. For example, if I am removing the small f and putting up a capital F right over here, it is coming up as undefined, that this particular data type does not exist. This particular object does not have any kind of data type inside of JavaScript. It is undefined right over there. Okay, so always do remember, guys, that when you're creating the true or the false values, the small t and small f should be used. Okay, are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. No, it won't give you any kind of error, Rupa. As you're able to see right over here, we can use both small, like single in quotation mark and a double quotation mark right over there. Okay. Okay, guys, amazing. So these are the different data types that exist inside of Python. Now, do you guys remember yesterday we saw the prompt? Okay, the prompt particular function. Do you guys remember the prompt function that we saw yesterday, guys? Do you guys remember the prompt function that we saw yesterday? What does prompt do? Can somebody let me know? What does prompt do? Can somebody let me know, guys? Can somebody let me know what does prompt do? It takes input from the user, right? So I've given this particular prompt. What is your name? I'll press enter. As you're able to see, what is your name is coming up on our screen. We'll provide SHAURY Shaurya right over here. As I press enter, you're getting Shaurya on our console. But we are not able to use it. We are able to see that whatever the user has given us an input, we are able to see it on the console. But can you use it? Can I show a message to the user that, hi Shaurya, welcome to DevTown? No. Why? Because I'm able to see that particular Shaurya on my console, but I'm not able to use it, guys. Now, what is happening right over here? Let us picture this. So, we are standing. So let's assume that behind me there's a wall. Okay, let's assume this. Okay, for now, behind me there's a wall, guys. Now, when the user is giving an input that is Shaurya, that particular input is getting thrown towards me. Okay, this wall is nothing else but the console. Okay, the wall behind me is nothing else but just the console itself, guys. And when the user is giving an input that is Shaurya, that value Shaurya is getting thrown towards me. Right now, I'm not catching it up. Okay, I'm like, oh, I'm feeling so tired. Okay, I'm not going to do anything. And because that particular Shaurya has been thrown towards me and I'm not catching that Shaurya, it is getting thrown towards the wall. It just goes towards the wall and sticks on the wall itself that here is Shaurya. Okay, the console comes up inside of our particular, like the Shaurya comes up on our console. Okay, because we are not catching it up. So use it, we need to have it in our hands. To use Shaurya, we need to have it within our hands itself. Am I right, guys? So to do that, what we need to do right now is that we need to catch that Shaurya. Now, many of you guys have already studied mathematics. I don't think so. Maths is something that I need to revise it for you guys. Basic like third standard, fourth standard mathematics. You remember you used to create something called as variables in maths. Find the value of x. Although you should never find the value of x when you are with your current, and the x does not has any value for you. But still, in maths, you need to find the value of x, you need to find the value of y, and all this x is equals to 3, a is equals to b. Okay, all this used to be called as variables inside of mathematics. Now, what were those variables? Variables, you can think about it as nicknames for a particular value. For example, x is equals to 3. So x now contains the value 3 inside of it. X is the nickname for the value 3. Okay, just like you are having a nickname in your college days, in your school days as well. Usually in the college days, it is particular like a very, very, very derogative, very racist, very sexist, very bad word in college. But yeah, for example, for me, when I was in school, I had very curly hair and I used to be called as Maggie. Okay, because again, curly hair, so Maggie at the end of the day. So again, so that happens, right? So right over here, our aim is to create a variable, create a nickname for a particular value. Okay, for Shaurya, I want to create a nickname called as Maggie. Then instead of writing Shaurya again and again inside of our code, we're going to refer to Shaurya by its nickname that is called as Maggie. This concept of creating a nickname for a particular value is called as variables. It is a very important concept, guys. In every single programming language, this exists. Okay, so right over here, let us see how we can create a variable. First, you need to declare that what we are creating is a variable. So you write var. Okay, I'm currently creating a particular variable called as Maggie, which contains the value Shaurya Rakesh Sinha inside of it. Are you guys able to see this and understand it? Please let me know. Here, what we have done is we have created a variable, we have created a nickname called as Maggie. Okay, so for example, x is equals to 5, right? In mathematics, you used to do that. Now, that when you're writing it in JavaScript, there will be some changes according to the grammar of JavaScript, right? So we are having var, we are declaring that we are creating a variable, and then the name of that variable is Maggie right over there, and that Maggie contains the value Shaurya Rakesh Sinha inside of it. So if we press enter right over here, guys, we have stored the value Shaurya Rakesh Sinha inside of a variable called as Maggie. I don't have to write Shaurya Rakesh Sinha again and again. What I can do is, if I want to do a console.log, so console.log, and then I will do Maggie, okay, right over here. Let us do Maggie right over here, and I press enter. So instead of printing Maggie, it is printing the value that is stored inside of Maggie, guys. Okay, instead of printing Maggie, it is to like printing out the value that is stored. What is Maggie referring to? What is the nickname? Okay, that is the nickname for Shaurya Rakesh Sinha. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. So what kind of project we'll be doing in this bootcamp? Please tell. We'll be creating a backend based project itself. So that is the project that we'll be working upon, because the name of the bootcamp is Backend Web Development. So we'll be creating a backend based project. Okay. So now that you guys have understood a little bit about variables, now how can we use a variable to store what the prompt is throwing towards us, right? We want to store the value that the user is giving us as an input. So this sentence, this particular programming sentence itself is going to throw towards us the value, that is the input that the user is giving to us. Tausif Khan, like I've already said, in JavaScript, you don't have the concept of int and float. Again, you're confusing it with C++ or with Python. There's no concept of int and float in JavaScript. It's just numbers in JavaScript. Okay. Can we do it in VS Code? Please do wait for it. Okay. We will be coming to why we are using the console. Wait for it. There is a reason behind it. Okay. So right over here, guys, what we're going to do is, this prompt is going to throw towards us whatever the user is going to give us an input as. We're going to create a variable var called as user, and that user is going to store the value inside of it. So this prompt is going to throw the input of the user, guys, whatever the user is giving us as an input. Okay, and that input we are going to save inside of a variable called as user. Okay, so can we use let a keyword instead of var? So while we will be doing the like backend, wherever var const will come up right over there, I'll explain that concept there itself. Right now, just the basics of JavaScript we are dealing, because we want to spend much more time upon backend web development rather than on JavaScript. Okay, so right over here, guys, what we have done is, whatever the user is going to give us an input as, we are storing it inside of a variable called as user. Let us play that out. Okay, let us run this. What is your name? Let me name myself as PRIYANSHU SINHA Sinha. Okay, Priyanshu Sinha right over here, guys. We'll press enter right over here. As you're able to see, we are not getting Priyanshu Sinha on our screens anymore. We're not getting it inside of our console, guys. Why? Because it got thrown towards us, but instead of it landing on the wall behind me, I have caught it inside of a variable called as user. I've caught it. Okay, it's just like a Pokemon, right? I threw a particular variable ball towards that Pokemon. I have caught it. Right? It's no longer in the air. So right over here, guys, if I try to do a console.log, and we'll do user, we'll press enter right over here. And as you're able to see, we are getting Priyanshu Sinha printed out on our screen, guys. That user now contains Priyanshu Sinha printed inside of our particular variable. Okay, are you guys able to understand this concept of variables, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this concept of variables, guys? Please let me know. Amazing, guys. Amazing. The next thing that we need to understand right over here is a very simple concept called as concatenation. Now, if you add two numbers, right, 5 plus 7, what will happen? What will happen? We'll get 12, right? 5 plus 7, arithmetics, addition. Okay, we get 12 right over here. But what if we try to add two strings together? For example, we are having hello plus world. What will happen in this particular case? These are not numbers, right? We cannot just add hello plus world and we'll get 15 as an answer. That does not happen right over there. So here the same particular operator works in a separate manner. Okay, depending upon the different data that you are having, the operators can work in various different ways. Here what we are doing is called as concatenation. What is happening is that both the different strings are getting concatenated, are getting attached, they are getting joined together to form one single word. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. So, do you provide scholarship for a college fest? Are you like, we would love to do that, but DevTown is a non-profit organization. Like, we don't get enough money to sponsor anything. Last month we earned somewhere around 600, 700 rupees. Like that's was what was remaining at the end of the month. So we don't earn anything, right? Most of the money that we get from running the training and internship camps, we have to pay to the instructors, maintaining the videos, getting the developers. We are a non-profit organization. Even if we charge something, we just are charging enough so that we are able to maintain the classes properly. That's it. Okay, so right over here, guys, as you're able to see, this is called as concatenation. You can attach as many number of strings as you want. For example, hello plus, and then we'll have a space right over here plus world. So you are attaching three strings together. You're concatenating three strings together right over here, guys, and we're getting hello world printed on our screen. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Ori and Karan Johar can be concatenated. Yeah, I don't want to answer that because I will sound homophobic, but yeah, they can. Okay. So right over here, guys, that is all as concatenation. Now, this is a very simple question, guys. I want you guys to answer this. Can we use these three concepts? Okay, the alert, the concatenation, as well as the particular prompt to take an input of the name from a user and show him a custom greeting message. For example, if my name is Shaurya Sinha, I will take up Shaurya Sinha as an input from the user and I'll show a custom alert to them saying, "Hi Shaurya, welcome to DevTown." If my name is Priyanshu, I'll get a custom particular message, "Hi Priyanshu, welcome to DevTown." A custom message for the user. Can you guys tell me how we can do this? Can you guys tell me how we can do this, guys? Please let me know. I want the answer coming from you guys so that it is something that you guys are thinking about, because it's pretty simple. I'm not asking a very difficult question. According to me, I will still write the code. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. So can you tell me what should be the first line of code that I should be writing? Can somebody let me know what should be the first line of code that we are writing right over here, guys? Okay, Nitin has made the code exceptionally well, but Nitin, we want to make sure the code is easier for the other students to understand as well, right? Okay, great. So we'll first create a particular variable var. I mean, let's keep it as a name itself. Var name is equals to prompt. What is your name, right? That will be the first line of code. We want to take the input from the user. We want to take the name of the input, like name. We want to take the input of the name of the user itself, right? So we'll put it up as the very first particular line of code. Once we get that, let's put up Shaurya right over here. Okay. The next thing that we want to do is we want to create a custom greeting message using alerts, right? So we'll create an alert, ALERT alert, and then we have to create hello plus name. Now, please do remember this, guys. Name is also a string because it's a data type. Okay, it's a variable, but what is the value that it contains right now? A string. So the data type of this particular variable is also a string, guys. Because what does name contain? Name contains Shaurya inside of it. What is Shaurya? A string. So you can actually concatenate these together because name basically represents Shaurya inside of it, right? So what we're doing right over here is that hello and then the name of the user, and then we're concatenating welcome to DevTown. As soon as I press enter, as you're able to see, we are getting that alert, a custom alert on our screen, guys. Hello Shaurya, welcome to DevTown. Are you guys able to see this and understand it? What is the difference between prompt and alert? The same difference between me asking you what is your name and you giving me a particular response back, and me just telling you that your name is from today your name is Meha. Okay, so there's a difference, right? One is alert is basically just telling, you're telling something to the user. You don't care what he's thinking or not. And a prompt is you're asking something from the user itself. Okay, Okay, are you guys able to understand this particular alert and prompt that we created right over here, this custom greeting message? What is the difference between let and var? Marant, I'm very sorry if I'm butchering your name, Maranta. Do not worry. Right now we are dealing with the basics of JavaScript. When we'll be starting with the backend development, we will be learning about let and cons there while we'll be coding itself. Don't worry, I'll be explaining it in a practical manner. Here to explain it, many of the students might get confused. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to learn is here what is happening while we are writing our code is that we are writing one line of code and then we have to immediately go to the next line, right? Like if we have to press enter, that particular one line of code will then run, then we'll write the next line of code and again we have to run it and then we have to go to the next line and so on and so forth. What if I want to write multiple lines of code together? I don't want to write one line of code every single time. I want to write multiple lines of code together itself. How can I do that? So inside of console, to do that right over there, you can directly use shift plus enter to go to the next line. If you write a particular line of code and you press enter, that will run this particular line of code, guys. But if you want to continuously write more lines of code, instead of pressing enter, just press shift plus enter, guys. As you're able to see, shift plus enter has gone to the next line of code, guys. Shift plus enter has gone to the next line of code. It is not running it right over here. And you can continuously write your code as well. So alert and then hello, name, welcome to DevTown. I've written 2 lines of code right over here. Now I don't want to write any more lines of code. I want to run this. So if I want to write more lines of code, again shift plus enter, continuously write the code as much as you want. Otherwise, just press enter right over here and you're getting the prompt first. That is what is your name. I'm putting up Uday, Uday, Uday right over here. Enter. Hello Uday, welcome to DevTown. Okay, so you can write multiple lines of code like this inside of the console. The problem with the console is that there's a very big problem. First of all, if I'm writing 10,000 lines of code and by mistake I press enter right over there, all my data is lost, all my particular progress is lost. I will have to rewrite that particular code. If I want to change something inside of my code, I cannot do that. That code is already written. I cannot change it at any particular point of time, right? There's a lot of different problems when writing code with inside of the console. Console is usually used to just write 1 or 2 lines of code to check something on your website, nothing more than that. But what if you want to write more lines of code at any particular point of time? So for that reason, we are not going to write our code inside the console. We are going to use sources right over here. Okay, when will backend start? So my aim is that today we'll be starting out with the basics of backend itself. Okay, so we have to finish up with our functions today. Why is there a line on my screen? Okay. So right over here, guys, as you're able to see, we'll go inside of the sources right over here. Instead of console, we were present. We'll go inside of sources. Okay. And then we'll click on this show navigator button. On the top left corner, there is a particular button right over here with a plate symbol. We'll click on this particular show navigator button, guys. Once we click on that, we'll get a lot of different options, guys. We'll get a lot of different options right over here as you're able to see. So you're getting pages, you're getting workspaces, overrides. Okay, all these options will be coming up right over here. We'll click on these 2 arrows, guys. We'll click on this particular 2 arrows. And from that, we'll go into snippets. Okay, you are having all this option: page, workspace, overrides, content scripts, snippets. We'll click on snippets from right over here. Inside of snippets, as you're able to see, there are a lot of different files that already exist. We'll create a new snippet. Okay, we'll create a new snippet right over here. You can name it as anything that you want. As you're able to see, Shaurya.js, Pew.js, Index.js, Pool.js. I'll name it as Uday. I saw a particular student called as Uday in the chat, so I'll just put up Uday right over here, Uday.js. Now, why .js? Okay, this is a JavaScript file, guys. This is not a particular normal file. Just like you are having the .ppt file, .pdf file, .doc file itself, .xls files. Okay, in the exact same manner, there is a .js file. What does this symbolize? That there is JavaScript code inside of this file. Okay, this file is there and there is JavaScript code present inside of this file. The name of this file, you can put it up as anything that you want. Okay, whatever you want. Okay, I mean, it really does not depend upon that. Once you've created the file, okay, as you're able to see uday.js, we'll start writing our code right over here, guys. Okay, now you don't have to care about this shift enter and this enter inside of this particular file. Okay, it is just like a normal Word document. Okay, inside of a Word document, how you write a particular paragraph, how you write a particular essay, in the exact same manner you write a code right over here as well. It is a normal file inside of which you are writing your code. For example, we'll write the exact same code. Okay, so var name is equals to prompt. What is your name? Question mark. And then semicolon. Now to go to the next line, okay, to go to the next line, you don't have to press shift enter anymore. Okay, you don't have to press shift enter. Just press enter, guys. You'll just go to the next line of code itself. Okay, and you can continuously write your code right over here. So alert alert. Okay, hello space plus name space plus comma, welcome to DevTown. Okay, and then semicolon right over here as well. Now you guys have created, okay, Sushant Pandey sir, in my opinion we are going too much in basics. You are teaching about extensions. Sushant Pandey, you need to understand something, that not all students are very familiar with programming or all these concepts. Okay, we have to take into the consideration, because if I wanted, I would have just started directly from npm and npx. Okay, I didn't had to start from JavaScript, teach you guys what is node.js, teach you guys what is express, because all this for me is like teaching a baby how to produce a sound from its mouth, not even abcd, like a sound from its mouth itself. So for me it's pretty simple, pretty basic, but not everybody knows it, right? So we have to go from the basics. We have to make sure that we are taking everybody along with us. I know many of you guys might feel that we are going too basics, it's too easy. That's really great for you guys, but not everybody is at that level, right? Okay, so right over here, guys, as you're able to see, we have written the 2 lines of code. I will save it. So to save it, we'll do Control S. Okay, we'll save this right over here. If you want to run this particular code, okay, if you want to run this particular code, just click on this play button. On the down, you will be able to see Control plus Enter, or this play button right over here. Just click on that. That will run your code right over here, guys. As you're able to see, we have run our code. What is your name? So put up, let us take a particular name from, so we'll take up Jay's name. It is simple, Jai. Okay, so we have taken up Jay's name. Hello Jay, welcome to DevTown. Okay, another way of running this code is again doing Control plus Enter, not clicking that button, just doing Control plus Enter right over here. That will also run your code, guys. Okay, so as you're able to see, that also runs our code. And what is your name? So we'll put up another name from the particular where should I take up name? Gaurav. So Gaurav has asked to take up his name, Gaurav, Gaurav. So what is your name? Gaurav. And we are heading, hello Gaurav, welcome to DevTown. Okay, as simple, as easy, nothing too complicated about it, right? Now we will come to another concept, very important concept, called as functions in JavaScript. Okay, today's class is going to be a little bit longer than yesterday, guys. The reason is I would really want to start with a little bit about backend today itself. I don't want to extend it to tomorrow. So please make sure that you guys are being a little bit more patient. I know a longer class is something that you guys don't like, but you're learning a new thing, right? Be excited. That is all that I can say. Okay. Hey, this is not backend course. That's just basic things. PS means again, you cannot build a particular Burj Khalifa without understanding the basics of what is concrete and iron, right? You need to understand that. What is steel, what is iron, what is concrete, and then you can start learning how to create Burj Khalifa. In the exact same manner, what we are doing right over here is understanding the basics of the programming language, that is JavaScript. So today we'll be finishing up with that. And then from today itself, we'll be starting out with a little bit of conceptual knowledge about backend. And then from tomorrow, practical knowledge about backend itself. Okay. So right over here, guys, what we need to do is we need to learn about a new concept called as functions in JavaScript. So just like variables exist, like what does variable do? Variables are nickname for values that it contains inside of it, right? So variables are nicknames for values. What if we had nicknames for code as well? Okay, so instead of using the same code again and again, let's assume that people are coming on our website. Every time a particular person is coming, we want to showcase a greeting message to the user itself. So to do that, we will have to use these 2 lines of code again and again at different time intervals. It is not necessary that one user is coming on your website and then the very next second another user is coming, the very next second another user is coming. It might be the case that one user is coming to your website and he's spending like 5 minutes on your website. then leaving the website, and another user is coming to your website, is spending like 1 second on your website, leaving the website. After 5 minutes, another user is coming up on your website. So there's a different time intervals right over there. You never know when a particular user is going to come up on your website. Now, but every single time a user is coming on your website, you want to showcase this hello, this like hello Shaurya, welcome to DevTown. Hello Jay, welcome to this to DevTown, and so on and so forth. Now, what if there was a way to create a variable name for these two lines of code, so that we don't have to write this code again and again? We can just say that, okay, here I want to run this particular nickname called as greeting. Okay, put up the greeting code right over here. Put up the greeting code right over there as well. Put up the greeting code right over there as well. Right? Got your point, but your title should be JavaScript course, do not include backend until backend parts comes. It misguides someone. What the fuck? Okay, so what? Guys, again, explaining it to you guys. It's like you guys are saying to me that I want to drive a car, but I don't want to use petrol. Like somebody is saying right over there in the live chat, it is misleading that you are teaching JavaScript and not backend. Like it's basically like he's trying to say to me that I want to learn how to drive a car, but I don't want to use petrol right over there. Like if you don't use petrol, how are you going to drive that car? Backend requires JavaScript. Maybe you already know it, but not everybody knows it, right? What about the rest of the students? There are not just 2 students that I'm teaching in the class, right? There are 1,000 students that are coming up to the class itself. Does everybody knows JavaScript? Absolutely not. Very few people know it. And like, for example, I know backend. So should I just say that I know backend? Why should I teach it, right? There's no point on teaching backend. Let's move on to some advanced concept that you will not be able to understand as well. Okay, let's go to WebRTC or something like that. Like, let's use something very difficult right over there. Like, even for you guys, it will be like, it's a backend bola tha kuch aur hi sikha rahe ho. So you have to be patient, right? It is not something the class is not meant for just you. If you already know it, help the other students out. There are a lot of different doubts that they are having. Help the community out. Okay, that will increase your knowledge as well. There will be a lot of different questions coming up inside of the live chat, even that you don't know the answer to. Help them out. Search about those answers. Okay, learn a little bit more. So I know many of you guys are very, very bright. Okay, even I considered myself very bright when I was in the first year of my college. When I didn't get internships, when I didn't get anything in the 6 months that I tried to get an internship in the second year, I understood in what level I was. Okay, so I was also pretty much like you guys, right? Basics say yaar Python jutti hai apni. But then I understood one thing that I have to study. I have to learn a little bit more. I have to grow a little bit more. I have to be better than others if I want to get to where I want. And for that, you need to learn from others. Okay. Nevertheless, we will continue with our classes right over here. Okay. So right over here, guys, what our aim is to convert these 2 lines of code into a variable itself. Now, this variable, this new type of variable that we are talking about, which contains code inside of it, is called as a particular function. Okay, this nickname is called, the technical term for that is a function, guys. So let's create our very basic function right over here, guys. We'll call it as a greeting function. Okay. So right over here, we'll create a function first. Again, just like variables, we'll create var and then the name of the variable. Here we'll create function and then the name of the function, guys. So function function, then the name of the function right over here, greeting, greeting. Then this parenthesis, we'll talk about why this parenthesis is there. Okay, why do we need it? मैंने CSS JavaScript and backend में PHP MySQL सीखा है, कोई framework नहीं किया, इसमें job मिलेगी, अगर नहीं तो आगे क्या करूं? First of all, what you have learned right now, HTML, CSS, PHP, and MySQL is taught to a 10 standard CBSE student. So if you think that you're going to get an internship or a job, then why shouldn't I just hire a 10 standard CBSE student? He also knows a little bit more than you actually. So why shouldn't I just hire him? This is not very good. If you're learning PHP right now, you are not going to get any jobs or any internships. Nobody is using PHP anymore. Okay, means hiring for PHP is not there. Okay, nevertheless, let's focus on the class. So function greeting, okay, and then this parenthesis that is there, this curly, this particular rounded brackets. We'll learn about what is its utilization a little bit later. Right now, just consider that if you are creating a function, that is a necessity. You have to put it up right over there. and whatever this function needs to contain, whatever this function represents, that particular code will put up inside of this curly braces. Okay, inside of this curly braces we'll put up that code. Okay, so this is how you create a function. As simple as that, guys. They have actually created a function. As simple as that, guys. As simple as that. So we have created a function called as greeting, which contains these two lines of code inside of it. Okay. Now, if you try to run this, there's nothing that is going to happen. As you're able to see, nothing is happening, guys. We are not getting any kind of alert. We're not getting any kind of prompt. Why do you think this is happening, guys? Anybody who knows? I think so many of you guys know this. Okay, this shouldn't be too hard for you guys to figure it out. But why is this happening, guys? Although I've created the function, right over here, guys. But if I'm trying to run this, why is nothing working? Okay, why are we not getting any prompt or any kind of alerts, guys? Can somebody let me know? Function is not called. Very good, guys. So what is happening right now is that let's meet Deadpool. Okay, let me introduce you guys to Deadpool. This is what I'm doing right now with you guys. Okay, this is Deadpool, guys. Deadpool is an amazing character, one of the most favorite characters in Marvel that I have at any particular point of time. He has regenerating abilities. Okay, he has one of the most healing abilities that is there, even better than Wolverine. He is a mercenary for hire. So, for example, if somebody if your ex runs away with somebody and you want to make sure that they pay for it, you can just pay Deadpool a little bit of money and he will handle that for you. Okay, so I've told you about Deadpool. I've introduced you guys to Deadpool. What does Deadpool do? What can Deadpool do for you? I've told you everything about it. But when you need Deadpool's help to actually do something, here I've just declared what can Deadpool do for you. I've just told you about Deadpool. But when you actually need his help, you'll have to call him up that, hey, Deadpool, I need your help. Whatever Shaurya told me that you can you do it for me or not? Okay, and then Deadpool will come and he will help you out at any particular point of time, right? So that is what is happening with this function as well. With this function right over here, we have just declared what does this function do? What can this function do for you? But when you want to actually use the function, you will have to call him up, guys. So right over here, we'll call this particular function up, guys. Calling a function is very simple. greeting, greeting. Again, the parenthesis, guys, and then semicolon. Again, the parenthesis. Do not forget about the parenthesis. We'll save this. We'll run our code right now, and as you're able to see, everything is working absolutely fine. And we are getting what is your name? We'll put up anybody who wants to give their name, Nitin. Again, I'll just use Nitin's name, Nithin, Nitin. Okay, what is your name, Nitin? And we are getting hello, Nitin. Welcome to DevTown. That is how declaring a function and calling a function works. Are you guys able to understand declaring and calling a function, guys? Please let me know. We'll learn about what are the benefits of those brackets, guys. Don't worry about it. We are coming to that. But are you guys able to understand the difference between declaring a function, how to create a function, and then calling a function, okay, using the function itself? If you're not able to understand, please not write repeats or something like that. Just let me know exactly what you are not able to understand. Okay, see, because if you just want me to repeat myself, this is a YouTube video, right? You can just scroll back, listen to me once again. But if you're not able to understand, let me know exactly what you are not able to understand. Maybe somebody from the particular group will be able to help you guys out. Or if nobody is able to help you guys out, I will explain it to you guys. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to the next particular thing, guys. That is this parenthesis. What are these parentheses? Why is it important? Why do we require it? Okay. So think about this function as nothing else but a party. Okay, a party for DevTown people. Everybody who is a part of DevTown, okay, everybody who has contributed to growing this community up and being a part of this community, learning from this community itself, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we have organized an awesome party for all the people in DevTown, guys. Now, let's assume that there's a lot of different things. Okay, for non-vegetarians, there's all the meat. There's a fountain that is having, like, many of you guys are underage, so let's assume there's a fountain of Coke right over there. Okay, there's a particular joint section itself. Okay, there's a particular section for the vegetables and everything, like grass. I don't know what vegetarians eat, so there was a joke, I know. Okay, I have a lot of vegetarian friends as well. Okay, so we have organized a very awesome party. Okay, but now we are telling that if you want to come into this party, you have to bring a gift. Okay, If you want to come to this party is free. Okay, just like what DevTown always offers, it's a free party. Anybody who's a part of DevTown can come to the party, but there's the prerequisite. Okay, if you want to come to the party, you have to bring in a gift. Now everybody will be like, "Arey, you said it is a free party. Now you're asking for a gift right over there." Everybody's like, "Nah, there's something fishy." But you don't want to miss an amazing party as well. So everybody gets a gift and they enter into the party. Now what happens is within the party, I've organized a lot of different events. Okay, maybe a musical chair competition, maybe a coding competition, maybe a gaming competition, and those gifts that you guys have brought into the party, I've used it as prizes for those games itself. Like, okay, all the prizes, all the gifts are at one corner. You won this, one gift for you. You won, one gift for you. And when you're leaving the party, whatever the rest of the gifts that are remaining will be distributed for everybody. Now, what's happening right over here? You provided that party with a gift, and that gift got utilized within the party itself. It is not going anywhere, right? Within the party, that gift is getting utilized right over there. In the exact same manner as well, these parentheses that you are able to see right over here are like gifts that you can provide to this particular party, this particular code that is present within the function. These parentheses are meant to provide that gift to that function itself, and you can use that gift inside of the function. You can use that gift inside of the function itself. Let's assume that this particular function gives you the name. Okay, hello Shaurya. Okay, your age is, and we need age. Okay, we need the age of the user. Let us see that we already know the age of the user, guys. So what we'll do is we'll provide this function with a gift of the age of the user. We'll provide this particular function with a gift that is the age of the user itself, and then we can actually use this age anyhow that you want to use it within the function. You can avoid using it as well. That is up to you. We are providing you with a gift. You can use this right over here, guys. As you're able to see, I'll just provide age right over here. And as you're able to see, that's it. Like, I have provided a gift to my user. I've provided a gift to the party itself. I've provided a gift to my function. And I've used that gift within our particular function. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. How is JavaScript similar to Java? If yes, what are the things that are not similar in Java? There's no similarity between Java and JavaScript except the fact that they are both the programming languages. If you want to know the differences, you can simply do a Google search and just memorize them. That is all that I can say. Because I don't know how many of you guys already know Java. And I don't want to spend my time making you guys understand what is Java and how does Java work. Okay. So as we're able to see right over here, guys, we have provided a gift. Okay, so this is the declaration. This is basically the invitation that you're sending out to the people. That, okay, come to my party. If you want to come to the party, you have to bring a gift to my party. Now you are actually going to the party. You are actually using the function itself. You are actually going to the party itself. So now here we will have to provide it with the gift. That's the age of the user. Let's assume I will put up the age as 26 right over here. Okay, that is my age. So greeting and then 26. So now when I press the particular play button, as you're able to see, what is your name? So my name is Shaurya, and I'm getting, hi Shaurya, your age is 26. So I'm getting the output, that is the age is being shown up as an output right over there, that is 26 on our screens as well. Are you guys able to see this and understand it? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this and understand it, guys? Please let me know. Yes. Okay. Now it is not necessary that a particular party requires only one gift. Maybe it requires two. Maybe it requires three. Maybe it requires 100. Okay, you can give as many number of like gifts that you want. Okay, for example, here I will provide it with address. I can use that address inside of here as well. So you live in. So here I've used the age as well as the address. I've provided both the age and the address as a gift as well. I'll provide the address right over here. And let's run this. Let's put up our name. And as you're able to see, we're getting, hello Shaurya, your age is 26, you live in Bangalore. Now, are you guys able to find some kind of discrepancy with this code? Are you guys able to see any kind of discrepancy within this code, guys? Please let me know. What will happen if you don't enter age while calling the function? It will not work. It will throw an error to you. It will not work. Okay. Are you guys able to see any kind of discrepancy within the code, guys? If yes, then what is that discrepancy? What is the problem that you are able to see with the code? I think so. This should be easy for you guys to see because this is not something new that I'm teaching you guys. This is something old. The age is a number, right? Very good. Very good, Nandu. Nandu, amazing work right over there. Age, as you're able to see, I've provided it as a number. Okay, we are concatenating a string with a number, guys, right over here, not a string with a string. This is what is called as implicit typecasting, guys. Okay, so here what JavaScript does is that JavaScript is very intelligent. It is able to identify that of course you cannot particular concatenate a string with a number, so it converts that particular number into a string. It typecast, it converts. Basically, typecast is basically like converting a particular data from one data type to another. So it converts that data type from like a particular number to a string and then concatenates it, and hence you're getting the right answer and you're not getting an error right over there. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Can that work in Python? There is like in Python you don't have implicit typecasting like this. You'll have to explicitly tell Python to typecast it from a particular number to a string. Okay. Sure, Sushant. If I see any kind of messages that are there, I will definitely remove him from the class. You don't have to worry about it. Okay. The next thing that I want you guys to understand is CP and DA. Okay, a new particular topic, guys. DP and CA, guys. Okay. So this is called as a parameter, and this is called as an argument. Okay, these are the technical terms right over there, guys. Okay, this is called as a parameter. Whatever you are mentioning when you're declaring the function inside of the parenthesis is called as parameters. So age, address are called as parameters. That are the technical terms. Now you have to remember this. You have to memorize it. There's no other way of going about it. You don't have to call them as gifts. You have to call them as parameters, guys. Gifts or something, just to explain it to you guys. The technical name right over there is parameters. Okay, similar to that, when you are calling a function, for example 26 Bangalore, whatever we mentioned inside of the parenthesis is called as an argument. Okay, it's called as an argument, guys. Now how to remember this? Usually I suggest to students DP and CA. Okay, when you are declaring the function, then parameters, so DP, and then when you're calling a function, your call is an argument, so CA. Okay, DP and CA. This is how I remember stuff, so that at any interview or something, if I forget or if I confuse between the two words, I remember it. Okay, DP and CA. So declaring, parameter, calling, argument itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. No, you don't have to mention the data type of the age and address. These are not variables. Please do remember this, guys. These are not variables. I'm not calling them as variables right over here. I'm calling them as parameters. These are two separate things. These are not the same. You don't have to write it. I'm not declaring a var age is equals to something. They're not variables. These are parameters right over there. That is the name that we are giving it, right? Parameters. And then arguments. So please remember DP and CA, guys. Okay. Now, when you're leaving the function, when you're leaving my party, you are leaving DevTown's party. It's like I said, I don't want you guys to leave empty-handed. I will give you guys some return gifts that you can carry along with you. Let us go back to something. Okay, let us go back to our drawing board itself. So we'll open up OneNote. And I want to open it up right over here. Okay, so here guys, just try to understand this. Okay, it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You guys remember alert and prompt? You guys remember alert and prompt, guys? Please let me know. Yes. So when you use alert, what does it look like? Alert or prompt? What does it look like to you guys? It looks like a function, right? It looks like a function. with one particular argument, with one particular argument or one particular argument right over here, right? Alert also takes one argument, prompt also takes one argument right over here. These are called as inbuilt function, guys. What we are creating, the greeting function, we are actually defining the function. We are the ones who are creating the function itself. Okay, that is the reason why the greeting function will be called as a user defined function, because we are the ones who are creating the entire function. Okay, but this alert and prompt, somebody has already created it, and we are just the ones who are using that particular function. We are not the ones who are creating it, the ones that are using that function. So these are called as inbuilt function. It is already inbuilt inside of JavaScript. We don't have to create it, we can directly use it. Now when we were using alert, right, we were getting undefined on our screens, guys. Undefined on our screens. But when we were using prompt, we were getting the particular user input on our screens. Do you guys remember this? Please let me know. We're getting undefined on our screens when you're using alert, but when we're using prompt, we're getting the user input on our screen, guys. Let us go back to our console. Let us go back to our console, guys, and try to use the greeting particular function inside of the console. So right over here, we'll use the greeting function, GREETING. Greeting. We'll put up the age 26. We'll put up the location as Bangalore. Okay, and we'll run this particular code. We'll put up our name, Shaurya. Hello, Shaurya. Your age is 26. You live in Bangalore. We'll press enter right over here. And as you're able to see, we are getting undefined on our screen, guys. We're getting undefined on our screens. Why? Because this function is not returning anything back. When you're leaving this function, when the function is getting over, when the party is getting over, it's not giving you any return gift. You are leaving empty handed. You don't have anything in your hands. Did that party give anything back to you? No. So that is what undefined basically means, that you're not getting anything back. When you're using alert, you're not getting anything back. The function runs, it does its work. It is not giving you anything back. It is not returning anything back to you. And hence undefined, that you're not getting anything back. But when you're using prompt, you're actually being returned something. You're actually giving, the function is closing with giving you the name of the user input. That was whatever the user input was, it is giving that back to you. Now, how can we make sure that our greeting function also returns something back to us? For that, we need to add another line of code, guys. Very simple, very straightforward. Do not worry about it. Just write another line of code called as the return statement. Like when this function gets over, what should this function return back to the particular coder? Okay, what should it return back to the coder? You can return anything. You can return a single zero. You can return a particular text as well. Sure, yeah. You can return the true value. Okay, you can return anything that you want. You want to return the true value, you can return the true value. You can return the name of the user. Okay, you can return the name of the user as well. You can return the age of the user as well. Whatever you want to return, you can return that back to you. Okay, whatever you want to return, you can return that back to you. For example, here I want to return the name of the user back, so I can just return the name of the user. I'll save this. I'll go back to my console. I will rerun the greeting, exact same greeting function once again. I'll put down my name right over here, enter, enter. And as you're able to see, this time we are not getting undefined. We are getting the particular return, the name of the user as a return gift. We are leaving with the name of the user as a return gift. I can change that as well. Let's return 0 right over here. Let's return 3.14. Okay, we are returning a particular pi number right over here, 3.14. Let's go to the console. Let's rerun it again. We'll just enter something gibberish. As you're able to see, we are returning back 3.14 to us. Raju Rider, I don't really care. It's been a year as well taking up the bootcamp. I don't care about it. The bootcamp will go on until unless I decide that, okay, it's too much for you. Okay, right now it is not. I'm not sharing the attendance. If you want to learn, you can learn. You can leave the class as well if you feel that this is too much for you. Okay, because we have a particular timeline that we have to follow, and we have to complete every concept within that timeline. We have to complete a lot of different things. Okay, so are you guys able to understand this concept of this return statement and why that undefined was coming up on our screen, guys? Are you guys able to understand this concept of this return statement and why this undefined was coming up on our screens? So why do we use return? If there was no return statement, then you will never get the user input back from prompt. You wanted the user input back from prompt, right? So that you are able to save it, you were able to use it, right? If there was no return statement, there would be no user input that you will be able to get. That will be lost. There's no point with the prompt statement itself, right? Okay. Okay, next thing that we have to learn is why are we writing our code inside the console? Why are we not using anything else? Okay, so and what is this node.js? So this is the concept that we'll be learning today. This is the last concept for today, guys. I know it has been a long time. Okay, last concept of today so that we are able to start with backend development from tomorrow onwards. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so I'll just remove everything from the screen. Now, we are writing our code inside of JavaScript, right? Every single website in the entire world, 100%. Okay, I'm not talking about one. I'm not talking about 99.99. I'm not like that all. Okay, 100% of the websites throughout the entire world use JavaScript in the front end. 100% of the websites. Now, for any website to work, if they require JavaScript, JavaScript is also a programming language. JavaScript is all. Please repeat the use of return. If there was no return, you would never get anything back from the prompt. When you were using the prompt function, you were getting the name of the user back from the prompt and you were able to save it inside of a variable and use it, right? If there was no return statement, then the prompt will not give you the name of the user. It will not give you the input of the user back to you. You will never be able to use it. That is the use of the return statement. Okay. Okay, so right over here, guys, as you're able to see, we are getting 100% right over here. Okay, 100% of the websites that use JavaScript. Now, JavaScript is a particular programming language, right, guys? JavaScript. Why? What if we use console.log instead of return? Then you are just printing something on your screen. You will never be able to save it inside of a variable. You will never be able to var name is equals to prompt. What is your name? Okay, that won't work because you're just printing something out inside of the console. You're not returning something back to the console. Okay, so right over here, guys, JavaScript is a particular programming language. Now, how would you feel if this JavaScript was able to come inside of your computer, access, or any website was able to send JavaScript code inside of your computer, access all the files, all the photos, all the IDs, passwords, credit card details from your laptop itself, from your computer? Would you find that good? And wow, every website is able to use a programming language. Every website is able to come into my phone, use that programming language to get all the data that is required. How would you like that? Would you like that at any particular point of time? Please let me know. If JavaScript was able to directly function within your computer, then any website would be able to come inside of a computer, will be able to get all the details, all the stuff from your computer itself. Nobody will like that, right? So there's a fail safe for this. What happens? Let us explain that. Let's assume this is our planet Earth, guys. This is our planet Earth right over here. And this is the atmosphere around Earth. Okay, this is the atmosphere around Earth. This atmosphere is nothing else but your browser. Okay, your Google Chrome, your Safari, your Opera Mini. This is your browser, guys. Okay, this is your browser. Okay, and this particular fellow right over here, is nothing else but our JavaScript. Okay, this is our JavaScript, guys. Now the browse, and this is space or your normal computer outside the browser, outside your Google Chrome and everything. Now this particular browser or this particular atmosphere, okay, provides all the different stuff. Okay, atmosphere provides all the different stuff that is required by our particular human to survive on Earth, right? This human, whatever it requires to survive inside of the planet Earth, water, air, okay, food, land to live on, everything that it requires to actually survive, actually thrive, actually live, okay, that is being provided by the atmosphere, that is being provided by the Earth to it. Okay, in the exact same manner, the browser also provides everything. The browser provides everything for JavaScript to actually work properly inside of the browser itself, whatever it requires. That is the reason why we were writing our code instead of console. We were writing our code instead of sources. Why? Because the browser provides all the necessary tools for JavaScript to function properly within the browser itself. Now, what happens if I take this human out from the atmosphere and place him up inside of the space? He will die immediately. If I place the human up inside of the space itself, he will die immediately itself right over here, right? Raghav Joshi, you ask for attendance once again. I'll make sure that you are not getting the certificates for this boot camp. You want to learn, you can stay in the class. You don't want to learn, you can just leave from the class itself. I don't really care about it. I just want to make sure that you guys are learning. If you don't, you're not enjoying it, you're not learning anything right over here, you are just here for the attendance. I can guarantee it to you within these 7 days, I'll make sure that you are missing 1 or 2 attendances. I'm very bad with all these things. Okay. Attendance is something I don't take up lightly. So if you are here to learn, please focus upon the class. As soon as I will remove the human out from the particular atmosphere, from the particular earth itself, he will immediately die inside of the space, right? The same thing happens with JavaScript. As soon as JavaScript leaves the browser, as soon as JavaScript tries to leave the browser, inside of the computer, it immediately dies. Inside of the computer, it immediately dies. It can no longer work properly because the computer does not provide it with the necessary tools for it to actually survive. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Good. Amazing. So now how can we make sure that this human survives inside of space? Can somebody let me know? How can we make sure that this human actually survives inside of space as well, guys? Can somebody let me know? Guys, if you just want me to repeat something, just like open up YouTube, just scroll the video back, you can listen to me once again. Okay. Spacesuit, right? What it requires is a spacesuit. If we provide this particular human with a spacesuit right over here, then he or she will be able to survive inside of space as well. So this is the spacesuit right over here. As soon as we have provided him with a spacesuit, he will be able to survive within the space as well. Am I right, guys? So this is the human, and he's happy right now because he's able to survive inside of space, right? So in the exact same manner, for JavaScript to work within the computer, for JavaScript to work within the computer, it requires a spacesuit. It cannot directly function properly. It requires a spacesuit right over there. And this spacesuit is what we call as node.js. This spacesuit is what we call as node.js, guys. That is what node.js is. Node.js is like, think of it as an arena. Think of it as a spacesuit that provides everything for JavaScript to live and function properly within a computer. Not just that, a spacesuit also allows the particular astronaut to actually fly inside of space, like inside of planet Earth. Okay, just like a normal human being. I cannot fly. Like, I'm not Superman right over there, right? I'm not Superman right over there. So I cannot fly inside of space, sorry, inside of planet Earth. But if I wear a spacesuit, I go into the space, I can actually fly. I can actually fly right over there as well. So not just JavaScript, not just allows like JavaScript to actually function and live properly, but it also adds a lot of different functionalities to JavaScript. It also adds a lot of different functionalities to JavaScript as well. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please do let me know. That is the use of Node.js, to allow JavaScript to function inside of a normal computer. Okay, are you guys able to understand this particular concept of Node.js, guys? Please let me know. Of course, we are going to dive a little bit more deeper practically into Node.js tomorrow. We're going to learn about npm. We are going to learn about what is get, post. We are going to learn about the express JS as well. So all that we'll be learning in tomorrow's class. But today, just an introduction to what, a theoretical introduction to what is actually a approximation to what is Node.js. Tomorrow we'll see it practically. But were you guys able to understand this, guys? If you were not able to understand this, no issues, just like revisit the class. Okay, try to watch it again. You should be able to understand it right over there. Okay, because I'm not, see, I don't repeat anything. I repeat everything 1 or 2 times when I'm speaking itself. After that, I don't repeat anything. If you want to listen to it once again, that's all that you want. Just just scroll back the video and watch me once again. That's all that I can say. Okay. Okay, great. So keep this in mind, guys. Tomorrow we will be looking into it a little bit more in depth. Okay. We'll be talking about it theoretically as well as practically. So that will be very simple. You will get the internship call in the next 10 days because we have a very small team. We have to reach out to every single person. So the next 10 days, it will take us 10 days for you guys to receive the call for the citizen program. So please wait for the same itself. Okay. Okay, great guys. Awesome. So we'll stop right over here. I don't want you guys to be burdened with a lot more. I'll open up the particular attendance right now. Okay, so how many of you guys were interested in the next particular bootcamp, guys? That is the C++ and data structures and algorithms bootcamp. How many of you guys were interested for the C++ and data structures and algorithms bootcamp, guys? Please let me know. Okay, I want a little bit help from you guys. I will explain it to you guys right now. So you guys know that we organize these boot camps free of cost. We never charge anything for the boot camps at any particular point of time. We always make sure that the boot camps are free so that our students are able to attend it. They're able to gain the particular insights. They're able to attend live classes right over there with me. Okay, because again, I don't get paid, right? For me, this is something that I enjoy. So I don't get paid. So you guys don't have to pay for anything as well. Okay, but the point is that organizing these boot camps are pretty difficult. Okay, to get so many students to come to the boot camp, to make sure that they are having a nice time in the boot camp, to be able to make sure that they're getting the certificates on time, they're able to get the projects completed properly itself, they're able to put it up on their resume, they're able to learn everything from scratch itself. There's a lot of efforts that takes up from our end, and for that I need a little bit help from you guys. Okay, now there are two options that I had. Okay, one was to take up like Instagram ads or Facebook ads to spend money to get students to come to the bootcamp, to make sure that the students are able to know about the bootcamp itself. Now that will then put up money right over there. We have to invest money, and then we have to make the bootcamps chargeable. And we don't want to do that. Like, we want to make sure that the bootcamps are free of cost. We want to make sure that you are able to get as many certifications as possible. We've already collaborated not just with Google and Amazon. We had Microsoft that we have previously collaborated with. We had Postman that we have previously collaborated with, and many other companies as well. We get a lot of different. GitHub was once our particular. We had Facebook once for one of our boot camps as well. So if it's possible, again, this is not compulsory. I will never force it upon you guys. But if it's possible, somebody from DevTown might be reaching out to you guys, might be asking you guys to circulate the particular message of the bootcamp to your college classmates, okay, to some of your WhatsApp groups if it's possible in college. Please do that, guys, because only then we will be able to keep the boot camps for free. We want to keep the boot camps for free, guys. We want to make sure that as many number of students are able to take up the advantage of the boot camps as possible. We want to bring you guys more number of boot camps. We are currently bringing you guys boot camps on data structures and algorithms, on full stack development, front end, back end, cloud computing, DevOps. We're bringing you boot camps on machine learning, deep learning, data science, data analytics, data engineering, artificial intelligence. We are also data structures and algorithms, C++, Java. We are also planning to bring up boot camps on cybersecurity, but we are not getting enough time for that. So if it's possible, again, guys, this is a humble request from my end. If it's possible, if it's not a very big deal for you guys, please do make sure that you guys are able to, if somebody is reaching out from DevTown for you to you guys and is asking for you guys to reach out to some of your college students for them so that they are also able to attend the boot camp, they are able to know about the boot camp. Please do that, guys. That will be really, really, really very helpful for us. And if you are doing that, we also give another certificate of appreciation, or volunteer certificate for you guys, that you can put up on your resume as well, that you have been a part of a particular community and you have volunteered for that community as well. So you don't have to worry, we reward you guys for it. Okay, so right over here, guys, this is the day 2 attendance for today's class. Today's attendance will be open for just 5 minutes, guys. We will not be able to open up the attendance for a very long period of time. You'll have 5 minutes to fill up your attendance. After that, the attendance link will be closed. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. So the Python bootcamp didn't have Amazon certificates. Yes, it had Amazon certificates. I think so. The Amazon certificates have been sent. Nevertheless, I will check up with my team once. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. Right now, I'm going to give you guys the attendance link for today's class. The attendance link is going to be closed exactly at 9:41, guys. Exactly at 9:41, the attendance will be closed. Please start filling up the attendance right now. Okay, please start filling up the attendance right now, guys. The attendance link is in the live chat. The attendance link will be closed exactly at 9:41, guys. Please start filling up the attendance right now. The attendance link will be closed exactly at 9:41, guys. Please start filling up the attendance right now. Okay, the link is in the live chat right now, guys. The link is in the live chat. I've already pinned up the link as well. Okay, I've already pinned up the link as well, guys. Please start filling up the attendance right now. The link is in the live chat. Okay, the attendance thing will be closed exactly at 9:41, guys. Okay, today you only have 5 minutes to fill up the attendance. After that, the link will be closed. Okay, so when you're going to start with the cybersecurity bootcamp, I don't know, man. I'm planning for it, but I'm not getting enough time for the same itself. Okay, are certificates really certified by Google and Amazon? Absolutely yes. That is the reason why we have said that. Okay, that's the reason why a lot of students come to the bootcamp as well, right? So you get three certificates: a DevTown certificate, that is like a separate certificate. Then there's a Google certificate, that is a separate certificate, and then there's an Amazon certificate, that is again a separate certificate right over there. Okay, so I've given you guys the attendance link, guys. Please make sure that you are able to fill up the attendance. The attendance link will be closed exactly at 9:41. After how many days will we get the certificate? So the bootcamp might go for 7 to 8 days or even 9 days as well. After that, it takes us 3 to 4 days to send the certificates usually. Okay, I'm in third year student. Should I go for placements or MCA? Go for placements. Don't think about MCA. Okay, even if you do MCA, you're going to still have to study the exact same things to get the exact same job. Okay, there's nothing different right there. Just doing MCA is not going to get you a placement. Please try to understand it. Can you kindly arrange a bootcamp for data structure algorithms using Python and OOPS concept for Python? Never do DSA in Python. If you're doing that, you are a fool. Okay, because then inside of your interviews, the kind of questions that might be asked to you guys might be very, very, very difficult. Because Python is a very, very in-depth language, and you never want to use it as your core programming language. Always keep it as a development language. That will always be my preference. Okay. DSA in Java. So in the bootcamp, I'll try to explain a little bit of Java as well, but separately we'll have a bootcamp on data structure algorithms in Java. I did my DSA in C++. Okay, I did my computer programming in C++ as well. So that is the reason why I conducted the bootcamp on C++ and data structures and algorithms. So please, SQL bootcamp. So we will have an SQL, not a bootcamp, but a pre-recorded course for you guys. We are actually planning for that as well. Okay, so a lot of different things we are actually planning for you guys. You don't have to worry. Python in ML, absolutely yes. Do not do Python in any other programming languages. That will be my suggestion. So I'm a diploma CS third year student. Should I go for BTech or for job? Absolutely go for job itself. It says this video available on YouTube. Absolutely yes. So when will the full stack development start? I'm not able to understand your question. So I'm doing diploma, computer hardware engineering. Should I do BTech for getting better job? See, if you are able to land into a very good college in BTech, okay, that is like an IIT or an NIT, then that makes sense. Otherwise, if you're going for a third tier college itself, then doing a diploma or doing BTech does not matter. Just go for a job directly. So can we have a bootcamp on cybersecurity? Absolutely yes. We are planning for the same. I'm not good at cybersecurity, guys. I'm being very frank about it. My forte is data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and full stack development, not cybersecurity. I have a friend, Shakshit, who has previously worked in Google, who is a very good friend of mine as well. So he's a Hall of Famer at Google. He's also one of the instructors at DevTown as well. So I've asked him to take up the bootcamp on cybersecurity. We are currently planning that with him, guys, but it will take us time to actually organize a bootcamp. Okay. Uh, Please do fill up the attendance, guys. The attendance link is in the live chat. The attendance will be closed exactly in the next 2 minutes. We'll meet in our tomorrow's class, guys. Please do not forget, if you're getting a call from DevTown to circulate the information about the upcoming bootcamp on your WhatsApp groups, please do that, guys, because only then we'll be able to keep our particular bootcamps for free. Okay. So, guys, we'll meet in our tomorrow's class. We'll continue from right over there. Thank you so much, guys, and we'll continue from tomorrow onwards. Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye.